my name is Yimeng. My student number is ABP 8004. My group members are Fanglei, Zhao, Jiarui, and Shunan Wan. Today the case we're going to talk about is the Road Traffic Authority Endeavour 2007. I will give a brief introduction of this case. Our plaintiff was a 14-year-old boy who sued the both Road and Traffic Authority and Great Lake Shire Council due to their negligence. The accident happened at Forster Bridge in New South Wales, where it was a popular tourist destination. Many people jumped off the bridge and dived into the estuary below the bridge for many years. The plaintiff visited this place since he was very young, and always seen people doing this, even though he knows the depth of water affected by the tidal action and the depth of water in the channel was hard to judge. He still decided diving off the bridge. As a result, it caused him partially paraplegic because his head was stuck in a sandbar. The RTA has been observed this jumping and diving activity and put up signs to warn people. However, it was not effective. My group member will give further details and analyze the fact of this case in the presentation. Thank you.
A 40-year-old boy jumping off the Forster Bridge and Tankerage Bridge. This activity caused serious paralysis for his body, and there was a pictogram with no diving as a warning near that bridge. Also, it warns people do not go fishing and climbing on the bridge. This symbol was built by the Great Lake Shire Council in 1995, but there were no reported damage by the people jumping into the water before the platform suffered the accident. The platform knows the tide action changed by the depth of water, but it is hard to estimate it. So the platform jumped off the bridge and hurt his head on the sandbar. It gave rise to the paralysis. So the platform sued by both the RTA and the Great Lakes Shire calling in negligence. In next part, my partner will talk about that the issue raised to both the plaintiff and defendant.
Good afternoon, my name is Frankie. Today I will introduce the issue raised by plaintiff and the defendant. The main conflict between the plaintiff and the defendant is who is responsible for this accident. In this case, a 14-year-old boy as a plaintiff and the RTA as a defendant to the court. The plaintiff question is they think it is the negligence of the defendant. The plaintiff often saw a lot of children and adults jumping directly from the bridge, so he wanted to jump from the bridge. But due to the relationship between the tide, the water dropped and he jumped from the bridge, hit the beach, caused paralysis. The question posed by defendants is RTA does not need to be responsible for the accident. The defendant has held up a sign on the bridge near the ban on diving and the bandit climbing on the bridge, and they also found someone jumped to the phenomenon of diving. At the same time, defendant presented the occurrence of such things and efforts, but their efforts are failed. My team member will discover the argument presented by both parties.
Hello, my name is Jason. Today I will talk about the argument. The plaintiff claimed that the design of the bridge was dangerous for tourists, such as the raining is easy for the people jump into the river. Besides, the RTA didn't set up a thing for the warning people to jump into the river. The plaintiff believed that the RTA didn't take its responsibility for the tourism security and failed to care for him by neglecting to notify him about the changing depth of the river. The RTA also didn't reconstruct the new railing after they found the danger of the bridge. Overall, the plaintiff believed that the RTA should be fully responsible for his journey. The the RTA believed that based on the law, the plaintiff was injured by the observed danger action he conducted. Besides, the RTA also believed that they made responsibility for the aftercare of the plaintiff, but they cannot present the potential risk. Plus, the plaintiff was engaged in a risk activity. The action of the RTA was not the reason occurred the incident. The court also considered that the duty of care of the people on roadway was owned by a highway authority. People should take care of their own safety, even if the authority holds this responsibility. The RTA also believed that under some reason, the user needs to have the reasonable care for their own safety. Okay, so next my group member will discuss about the judgment of the court and the critical analysis of the why the court decided in favor of the plaintiff.
Hello everyone, my name is Shunan Wan. Today I will discuss the judgment of the court. The judgment of the court was that a minor who commissions an accident should be personally liable for the implications of their wrongdoings. The court moved from its initial rulings where minimums were not held accountable for their negligence act. The judgment was based on their principle of law, which state that negligence contributes to liability. The court directed some measures that would be put in place to ensure that minors stop their negligence, which would make them bear the consequences of their act. However, this case was won by the plaintiff, and therefore the court found out RTA was responsible for its negligence. The court held that the responsibility of putting up signs near the bridge was under the RTA. As a result of this, the plaintiff was able to defend himself by claiming that if the signs had been put up, he would have avoided the risk of jumping. The court did also accept the case of the plaintiff as they claimed that the duty of the RTA was to ensure that the take care to every road users, thus foregoing the duty of taking care. The case is very virtual, and therefore it should educate especially the young people that the actions they do are judged according to their age and naivety should therefore be avoided at all cost. This is all our speech, and thank you for watching.